Hey everybody, it's Miss Simmons. I'm going to really quickly go over our activity log and learning coach check-in. This is something that we do throughout our semester, and it's something that we need to make sure everybody fully understands so that they can just knock it out of the park this year. So physical education is the only subject that makes your heart race. I thought this was a fun little quote that I found that I thought I would share with everybody. So under our activity log, students are required to exercise for a minimum of 3 days a week per week of the course. Each student is required each week 225 minutes of physical exercise that needs to be completed. Students may choose a physical exercise or activity that they enjoy or find challenging. However, this is something I need you to pay attention to. So key note, work and job-related activities will not be accepted towards weekly exercise. If you have questions, please email me or we can discuss other options. A detailed log of daily physical exercise every 4 weeks will need to be submitted for evaluation. You can see the weeks are 1 through 4, 5 through 8, and 9 through 12. However, for us, those dates are shifted just a little, and I will post them within the course. A learning coach check-in is required and will need to be submitted at the completion of every 4 weeks. We will go over that in just a bit. If an injury occurs during the semester, please provide a doctor's note to your instructor. If this were to happen, you will not have to do activity log, but you will be required another activity to complete to make up for missing this activity. Here are some examples of exercises that you can do throughout the semester. The one thing I would like to point out is if you look on the far right side towards the closer to the bottom-ish, you'll see walking speed. Walking in general is not accepted. Speed walking is accepted. The point of this course is to teach you lifelong healthy activities, and general daily walking is not quick paced enough to get your heart rate going. Now, there is something I like to add to this. If you have a doctor's note because you are injured or whatever it is, say you have a health condition, that your doctor doesn't want you to stress too much, but they would like you to at least walk to stay active, then yes, that is when walking would count. However, I need to have that note from your doctor. So I'm going to show you 2 examples of a proper activity log. Both of these would receive full credit. Now, on this one, I want to make sure we point out some key points here. We're going to focus on the date, the exercise with the description, the time per exercise, and total weekly time. Remember, our total weekly time needs to add up to 225 minutes. Okay, so as you see, the day and times are all on that far left-hand side. You've got the day, which is Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday, and so on. And you also have the date. So 9/12, 9/13, 9/14, and so on. There are 3 columns for activity and number of minutes that you've completed. Do you need to use all 3? No. They are there in case you have a very busy day and you want to just tell me all about it and, get all your time in. So for example, this individual on Sunday, they ran 2.5 miles on the treadmill for 30 minutes. And then they also walked 1.5 miles on the treadmill for 20 minutes. If you see on the far right side, their total for minutes completed is 50 minutes. You can see not every day did they do 2 activities. They actually took a rest day on Wednesday. This is a great log because it shows me how and what they did for the week. Now, if we look at this one is important because let's say during our week, I have you complete class activities. So in this one, you can see on Monday, 9/13, they did a foot dribbling skills class activity. Excuse me, sorry. Those 20 minutes of class physical activity time is counted. The same thing on Wednesday, they did a hand dribbling skills activity for 20 minutes. So 40 minutes of their 225 that are required for the week were already taken care of by stuff we did within the course. The rest of their required time, they have to do outside of their course time, but it's whatever they choose to do. Now we're going to move on to the fitness goal. This needs to be required completed because it is required every week. So you'll see on the left-hand side as an example, you would see on your sheet, it's not filled in, but it does have an example for you to reference. On the right-hand side is a completed goal. So this student's goal is, my goal for the week 9/12 through 9/18 is to spend more time being physically active outside and to work out 3 days this week. This goal tells me what they want to do, which is being physically active outside, as well as how often, and it's 3 days a week. And you will see below, it says, I will work out 3 days a week for 225 minutes. So then when your week is done, and you've done all your exercises, you're going to do a reflection. As you see on the left-hand side, that is the blank section you would fill in. On the right-hand side is what this student put for the reflection. Now, please note, I am asking and requiring at least a minimum of 2 sentences. So for this student, they said, my goals were to work out at least 3 days and to spend more time being active outside. Great first sentence because they're telling me what their goal was again. So now they reflect on it. Due to the constant rainy days, I was only able to accomplish part of my goal. Hopefully the weather is better next week and I can get back outside. Now you might be wondering, well, how do you know how many days they worked out? That's what the log is for. I can go back and double check and see how many days they worked out. They're just giving me some feedback on how they felt their week went. Okay, this is the last part of your activity log, which is the Learning Coach check-in. At the end of every 4 weeks that you complete, you will have your learning coach, whoever that is, complete this form. They will need to say, whoever their name is, Joe Schmo, verify that the activities that Humpty Dumpty have recorded on their activity log is accurate for weeks 1 through 4. Your learning coach can sign, they can give me their email and their phone number. And you might be asking, why do they need all this information? Because I might check in on them. Yes, they signed off on this, but every now and then I will call a parent or the learning coach or whomever is the learning coach and ask them. So, hey, on 9/12, you said that you and the family went for a 5-mile walk. Can you tell me about it? This is why the information is there. It's just another way to make sure that everybody's doing what they're saying they're doing. The next part says, I, Humpty Dumpty, though you put the student name, verify that the activities and times recorded on my activity log for the weeks 1 through 4 are accurate, and then you will sign. Once that is done, you turn it in, and you're all done. I will grade it, and we will see how you did for the week. Well, hopefully that cleared up a lot of your questions. If you still have any, please contact me. You have multiple ways to reach out to me, and hopefully you have a fantastic and wonderful semester.